So another thing I wanted to speak about when it came to food was like when you eat, because I've noticed a significant difference in my health ever since I started thinking more about when I eat and how much I eat at certain times. Have you ever thought about like the timing of your meals or like fasting, going a prolonged period of time without eating or anything like that?
Yeah, the concept of intermittent fasting has definitely been like a hot topic for a while now.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys use it, I know for sure. And I do, always, like every day.
You do?
I don't eat the breakfast. I don't eat the aka most important meal of the day. I'm usually a lunch and dinner kind of guy. Like I'll hit the gym either early in the morning or at around 11:30 typically, and then eat lunch afterwards and get my calories. Have a coffee kind of around 10 a.m. or so, and then it's dinner. So yeah, like the intermittent fasting kind of fell into my lap though, because growing up, I don't know why, just breakfast was never my meal. I just like sit in front of my fucking bowl of Cheerios or whatever I had when I growing up, and I was like, yeah, I'm not fucking eating this. I don't know what it was. I just didn't have the appetite, so it just kind of worked out for me, and then I've been doing it for as long as I can fucking remember. So
yeah, that's hilarious that you say that, because I think even back in the day when we were in high school, you talked about not being able to eat breakfast, and back then I was definitely eating breakfast a lot more.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, like from a scientific standpoint, intermittent fasting has a lot of benefits. One of them is definitely being able to have a more precise control over your calorie intake. It's easy to let the calories get out of hand when you start your day with like a big caloric meal. Like if you start with 1,000 calories, right? Like you only realistically, most people have between 1,200 and probably 1,800 left for the day. You know? And I mean, if you ate a huge meal, you're going to be craving probably bigger meals, to be honest. So
exactly. And most people are having like big dinners, right? Like big home cooked meals, lots of cows, especially in Alberta. We love our pasta and meats, like you said. So
yeah, no, 100%. So cereal seems like kind of a foolish place to waste your calories, because there's not a lot of nutritional benefit in cereal.
There's not a lot at all.
Yeah, so
and there's no like advertising it either anymore.
Yeah,
like
what, cereal? Yeah, because intermittent fasting came, and like I really do think that fasting came as a reaction to, I think that people were just starting to feel crappy from all of the consumption, from just eating so much. And there was a lot of health problems too. And I think that fasting kind of hit us like a wave in society where, like, for example, I have a good friend, you know him, Jay Merkley. He is a huge fitness advocate, and I wouldn't even say he advocates it. He just like, he lives it. Like he wakes up in the morning, he'll run 10K at like 6 a.m. Like almost every day. And 10K is like a light jog for him, right?
Yeah.
He's a kindergarten teacher. And when you talk to him, man, like there's so much energy in his brain. Like he's so quick. You know, you can talk to him for like 3 hours straight, like we do on these podcasts. And like he's not even phased. Like he does stuff that I've never seen anyone else ever do. Most lean, fit guy. Like it's absolutely insane. And one of his biggest things is he doesn't eat until like 5 at night, and he's but he'll eat like he'll eat like 2 loaves of bread in an evening.
Yeah.
2 loaves of bread. Like he'll eat ridiculous amounts of food in the evening.
Crazy.
But he's just like, yeah, big thing is like, you know, like number one cause of like a lot of health problems is just like, you know, trying to moderate your food intake and like what you're eating, and like, you know, like monitor like your blood and like how's your cholesterol, like how's your, you know, like what are you eating, like monitor it. And fasting just lets you do that, you know. Fasting gives your body more time to just kind of like focus on itself and not on the food that you're putting into it. It's extremely beneficial, fasting. And we're going to talk about activity later, but specifically fasting with physical activity and high intensity physical activity is an exceptional way to really destroy all the weak and old cells in your body. It's pretty simple, right? Like, your body needs energy to perform. And the reason we have fat for some, you know, some other reasons that we won't get into. But one of the primary reasons we have fat is Our body's storing energy for later. And that is, we have reserves of energy because our body is assuming that we're going to need them. These deficits where we really use that surplus of energy and we really get to a catabolic state where the body is turning to itself for energy instead of food.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to store reserves, right? Because we've got it on a steady, typically routine.
It doesn't have to, like,
and digestion.
Like I have no fat, right?
Intake, yeah.
I have fat. I do have fat, and I don't say it proudly because I wish I could be heavier still. But I don't have a lot of fat, or you see people who don't have a lot of fat, and it's because their body consumes energy at a rate faster than which they can consume food because they have an extraordinarily high metabolism, or because they are just like working super hard all the time.
Yeah.
And, you know, people will be like, oh, you look skinny, you look like you're not eating enough, or whatever. In the past, in the 80s, that was like, people would look at you and be like, oh, you don't look healthy. You know what I mean? Whereas like nowadays, it's like a lot of people would rather be slim and slender than like overweight. You know what I mean? Because of the health implications.
Yeah.
The alkalinity of the body, and we'll end this chapter here. So if you were to Google cancer, okay, cancerous cells are something that thrive in acidic environments. And if you want to regulate your body's alkalinity, if you want to regulate the pH balance of your body and how, because, you know, you eat some foods that are like legumes that are very alkaline based, right? And then we have like processed sugar or alcohol, and it's like super corrosive, right? Like it's high on the pH scale of acidity.
Yeah.
So if you have only acidic stuff, you're gonna have a very acidic body. You're gonna have like acid reflux. You're gonna have like all this different stuff going on. And then if you do end up getting like a small tumor or like cancer or anything like that, like the likelihood that it's going to spread and like going to increase is higher. You know, we could say, I can't say which degree would be higher because I really don't know the science behind it. Hydration is key. I notice a huge uptick in my energy when I'm hydrated.
Oh yeah.
So
gotta have that water bottle carried around with you, right?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's everybody's best friend.
The old Nalgene.
Yeah.
Or the
one of the
girls have from the Yetis, or what do they have from Starbucks? They have the you probably don't even know. Hey?
Starbucks cups?
Yeah, you know the tall ones.
Oh yeah, dude. Are you fucking? There's 7 of them.
Yeah, 7. That's nothing, buddy. I wouldn't complain if I was you. You have no idea what's. They're called tumblers. That's what it is. Tumblers, man. Fucking girls, just hey man, I love it. All the power to them. I think that there's some pretty crazy looking tumblers that really like, they're very vibey for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get a glass of water.
And they're for the best price of like $39.95.
Oh yeah, the cheap affordable price of more expensive than the microphones that we have.
Yeah.
For the low price of $55, this cup in years.
This cup that holds water and doesn't keep anything cool or warm.
It's limited edition.
Comes with a straw though.
Only here for a limited time.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.